Hi, everybody. My name is Dr. Vili Abraham. I'm a teacher, EFL teacher in universities and colleges. I also teach other subjects like marketing, but English is one of the things that I've been teaching for 20 years. And in this channel, we'll be focusing on skills that will improve your reading abilities. Today, we'll be focusing on references. References are words which are referred to as pronouns, okay? The words like it, they, he, she, and other words that are used to replace or represent, if you will, nouns. For example, it can be used to represent or can be used instead of computer. So if you're writing a manual or if you're writing an article about computers, and you're talking about one particular computer. So instead of using the word computer all the time and possibly boring your audience, what you can do is you can replace computer with it. So sometimes you'll use the word computer, and sometimes you'll be using the pronoun it. So it can be used instead of computer. It can also be used instead of the French Revolution, for example. The pronoun they, which is also a reference word, can be used instead of plural nouns like computers, cars, teachers, pups. He is used instead of names of males, and she instead of or in place of names of females. Let's see how this works. Okay, I want to give you a trick that will help you answer reference questions, whether you're in school or university or preparing for any exam that is designed to test your level of English. Let's take a look at the first example. Johnny is an 8-year-old boy. This past weekend, he was well behaved. So his mother wanted to reward him with a treat. She asked Johnny what he wanted. Johnny chose to go to the Luna Park. Since it was a rainy weekend, his mother did not think it was a good idea. She suggested going to the movies instead. The question is, to what does it in line 3 refer to? This is the reference word, okay, the pronoun it. Before you jump to the answers, what I suggest you to do is, instead of going back as the first step in order to find the word that it replaces, I would suggest you to start with reading after the pronoun. And if you read after the pronoun, this will help you raise a question in your mind. For example, in this case, it was a good idea. The question would be, what was good idea? And then you will go back to the beginning of the sentence in order to try to answer the question, what was a good idea? If reading the sentence from the beginning does not help you answer the question, only then would you go back another sentence. Okay, but we go back one sentence at a time. Since it was a rainy weekend, his mother did not think it was a good idea. Does reading this sentence help me answer the question, what was a good idea? No, it does not. So I will go back another sentence and read this whole part. Okay, I have to read a little bit more, but this will help me answer the question that I've asked myself. Johnny chose to go to the Luna Park. Since it was a rainy weekend, his mother did not think it was a good idea. Can I answer the question, what was a good idea? Yes, going to the Luna Park. Okay, and if you go down here to the possible answers, the right answer is the last one. Okay, going to the Luna Park. But let's say that for some reason, I think that the answer is movies. Well, I should be aware of the fact that it can only refer to singular nouns. Okay, like we saw here in the table. See, it referred to computer, which is a singular noun, or the French Revolution. It can refer to a car, okay, but not to plural nouns. So this cannot be the answer. Okay, let's say that I think that the word it refers to idea. So what I would do is I would substitute it with idea. Okay, but I would read the whole part again. So Johnny chose to go to the Luna Park. Since it was a rainy weekend, his mother did not think idea, right? Please know that I'm substituting, right? The word that I think is the answer with it. So his mother did not think idea was a good idea. That makes sense? No, it doesn't. Okay. So if you substitute the reference word, the pronoun, with one of the words that you have in the answers, and it doesn't make sense, then it's not likely to be the answer. However, if it doesn't make sense, like in the case with going to the Luna Park, then it's likely to be the right answer. Let's do one more example together. Example number 2. Towards the end of the academic year, Chris was anxious about the upcoming finals. He really wanted to succeed so that he could get into one of the top universities in his country. He felt that studying with his friends may increase his chances of getting high grades. Therefore, he contacted some of his friends who were excellent students. They agreed to get together before each final in order to study. The question is, to what does they in line 4, right? This is the pronoun, refer to. Again, I would read a little bit after the reference word, the pronoun, raise a question in my mind, and then go back one sentence in order to answer the question. So let me read after the pronoun. They agreed to get together. The question that comes to my mind is, who agreed to get together? So I'm going to go back to the beginning of the sentence. I'm going to go back one sentence in order to try to answer the question. Therefore, he contacted some of his friends who were excellent students. They agreed to get together. So who agreed to get together? It's not only his student friends, but it's also him. Okay, that's why the right answer is the third one here, Chris and his school friends. Let's say that for some reason, I think that grades is the right answer. So what I would do is I would just substitute they with grades, read the whole sentence and see whether it makes sense. Grades agreed to get together. Can grades agree to get together? No, it doesn't make sense. That is why it cannot be the answer. Thank you for joining me. If you found this video to be valuable and helpful, please subscribe so that you will get alerts when I upload future videos. I will be uploading a video every week. Subscribe, like, and share with friends who might find this helpful, whether they're in school, in college, or preparing for any TOEFL-like exam. Thank you, and I will see you next time.